Committee room where we expect to receive a submission from Mwandi Town Council. Stay tuned to Parliament TV as we bring Parliament closer to you.
December 2023. I wish to assure you before the interaction that as you appear before the committee, you are protected according to Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, which gives immunity to the honorable members of parliament when they are in the house as well as committee. The same immunity is extended to yourselves. This means that what you say during your presentation cannot be used against you in any courts of law or indeed outside parliament. This is to the effect that you do not willfully mislead the committee. Should you deliberately mislead the committee, the same Cap 12 can be used against you. The committee is confident that you would not choose to willfully mislead it, and hence will ask you to feel free as you interact with us. We shall begin our interaction with introductions. So Town Clerk, you will be in the lead. You introduce yourself and allow your male-dominated delegation with only one female to introduce themselves as well, after which I'll call upon the other members of the committee to do the same. I now invite you to introduce yourself, CS.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and honorable members and our permanent witnesses. My name is Kajimo Kahinga. I'm the Council Secretary. Chair, with me, I also want to make mention that we are also appearing with our past former Director of Finance, who has been transferred. However, is with us in this session. Mr. You can proceed to introduce himself and the other members. Thank you so much, Chair.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, the members of the committee, and good morning to the permanent witnesses. My name is Lawless Mudenda, former Director of Finance for Mwandi Town Council, currently Chisamba Director of Finance. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Honorable MPs. Good morning, our permanent witnesses. My name is Ashley Aponde. I'm the Chief Accountant for Mwandi Town Council. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of Parliament, and good morning, permanent witnesses. My name is Innocent Mukumbota, the Internal Auditor, Mwandi Town Council. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of Parliament. Good morning, permanent witnesses. My name is Msonda Msawa, Director Engineer in Mwandi Town Council.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of Parliament. Good morning, permanent witnesses. My name is Inonge Mkupili, Director Planning, Mwandi Town Council.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. Good morning, Honorable members of Parliament. And good morning, permanent witnesses. I'm Noah, Director HRA, Mwandi Town Council. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish to invite the Office of the Auditor General to introduce themselves as well. You can switch off your microphone, CS.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, honorable members of Parliament, Mwandi Town Council, colleagues. My name is Patrick Mwanamulume Kivipe, Assistant Director, Mongu Audit Office. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of Parliament. Good morning, Mwandi Town Council. My name's Patrick Acheche from Mongu Audit Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Munyama. I'm the Parliamentary Liaison Officer, Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning. I'm Lovinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members of the committee. Good morning, Mwandi Town Council. My name is Oscar Nyerenda from the Office of the Accountant General, Minister of Finance.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Venon Mshota, coming from Ministry of Finance under the Office of the Control of Internal Audits. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning to you and the honorable members of your committee. I'm Kazinga Kennedy from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning, all. I'm Charles Soko from Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Secretariat.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning once again. Chair.
From the Office of the Clerk.
Thank you so much, Chairperson, and good morning to you once again. Our witness, good morning. Chirimboy Elijah is my name. I'm from the Office of the Clerk of National Assembly, and you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish to call upon the honorable members of the committee. We'll start with our colleagues who are online. Honorable member from Mitete.
Chair, good morning, and witness, you are welcome. Dr. Mishek, MP for Mitete, and the member to this committee.
Thank you so much. The honorable MP for Mangango. Honorable MP for Kaumbwe.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Mwandi Town Council, and welcome to your Committee on Local Government Accounts. I am Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petauke District, Eastern Province. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The honorable MP for Usakile.
Thank you. Witness, good morning and welcome to this committee. Kalobo Pavyuma is my name. I represent the good people of Usakile constituency, Kitwe in the Copper Belt.
Thank you. The honorable MP for Mufumbwe.
I'm most grateful, Honorable Chairperson, and good morning. My name is Edot Kamondo. I'm a Member of Parliament for Mufumbwe, and Mwandi, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. CS, my name is Christopher Shakafuswa. I represent the good people of Mandevu constituency of Lusaka district, and you are in Mandevu constituency, so you are welcome to Mandevu constituency. I'm privileged to be the vice chairperson of the committee. I now wish to invite you, CS, to make your presentation.
Chair, good morning once more. Thank you so much that we are appearing before this honorable committee. Chair, before we proceed, I want to indulge this committee and yourself, Chair, that we seek your guidance. We have an addendum with us to our submission. Further to that, Chair, we wish if we can make a few corrections in the report before we proceed.
Kindly go ahead.
Please. Thank you so much, Chair. So I think we will want to present, first of all, we'll love to present our addendum, which is with us. We wish to be guided.
Please circulate the addendum. Would you speak to the appendices that the addendum is speaking to?
Yes, please, Chair. We've done that.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Chair, further, we wish to indulge the committee that we may go to page 17. Oh, sorry. We'll start with page 4. We wish to make a correction of figures there. The query is under unspent funds.
Page 4.
Page 4, Chair. Under action taken, management response action taken. Chair, there's a figure there which is 1,600,654. We wish to submit that figure should read instead 1,005,654 as the correct figure. We apologize, this was a typo. Chair, we further indulge you to go to page 17.
Page 17.
Chair, it is in the similar vein. There, before the remedial measures, there's a table where there's a total of 1,449,749. At the last column there, we need to include the figure which we mentioned, 1,006,654 should be inserted in that column. Chair, having made our corrections, we seek that we may proceed to make our submission.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Chair. Chair, this is the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, Mwandi Town Council Chair. This is our memorandum on the report of the Auditor General on Mwandi Town Council for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. This report has been signed there and submitted by Kajimo Kahinga, Council Secretary. We proceed, Chair, to go to page number 1. There we proceed, Chair, to go to management response. Chair, management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to state that the cause of query and action taken are as shown in the table below. Chair, under local taxes, the cause of query, this was due to the non-payment of personal levies by business owners, non-government organizations, and private businesses and government institutions. Chair, action taken. The Council engaged stakeholders on the importance of paying personal levies, and letters were written to the various stakeholders, and this led to a significant improvement in the collections in this budget line. Chair, we have exhibited all, regarding this table as Appendix 1. We go to the fees and charges. There was a variance there, Chair, as indicated. The cause of query, Chair, we performed poorly on this budget line because of the abattoir and meat inspection fees. We received, there was low collection of abattoir and inspection fees due to the suspension of movement and slaughter of livestock due to the outbreak of anthrax. Furthermore, Chair, under collection on this budget line was because the Council was unable to receive, unable to allocate and unable to allocate the plots which were budgeted for due to lack of demand for the plots in Lutava area. Chair, action taken. Chair, regarding the first cause of query, the Council provided logistical support, or has been provided logistical support to the veterinary office to contain the spread of anthrax and other diseases. Further, the local authority has been offering plots on first come, first serve basis. And further to that, the Council has started opening up roads and engaged the Rural Electrification Authority to provide electricity in the area to make the plots more attractive. All this, Chair, we have exhibited under Appendix 1. Further, which we go further under licenses, Chair, there was a variance there. The cause of query, the under collection on the budget line was mainly as a result of poor collection under the dog levy licenses. Chair, action taken, we intensified sensitization of the community on the need for them to register their dogs. Chair, on levies, there was a variance, which is negative. This was due to poor collection on fish and crop levy, which were adversely affected, Chair, by the drought, which is in public domain. As action taken, Chair, the revenue collectors have been now stationed further in the fishing camps to ensure that we maximize collection of fish levies from fish traders. Further, the Council has intensified collection on other levies such as timber levy. Chair, under permits, there was a negative variance. This was due to poor collection on the transportation of meat products, which was attributed to the suspension on the movement and slaughter of livestock, as earlier stated. Action taken, we provided and we still provide logistical support to the district veterinary office to contain the spread of anthrax and other diseases. Other receipts, Chair, there was a positive variance. The overcollection on this budget line was attributed to the overperformance on the hire of council equipment. Chair, action taken in that regard, the council wishes to continue servicing and maintaining the council equipment in order to enhance revenue collection. Chair, under local government equalization fund, there was also a negative variance. The under receipt on this budget line was due to the deductions at source, such as LASIF and union contributions to Zulao. Action taken, Chair, Mwandi Town Council wishes to continue updating its ledgers and effect the necessary changes as guided by the ministry. On other grants, Chair, there was also a negative variance. The under receipt on this budget line was as a result of the underfunding of the grant in lieu of rates. Mwandi Town Council has action taken. We continue to engage the ministry, Party Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development on the need to fund this budget in order to expedite service delivery and liquidate some of the outstanding areas. Chair, remedial measures, Mwandi Town Council will continue making efforts to ensure that all revenue types are collected as budgeted and within the budgeted financial year. Further, Chair, more effort will be put in to make the plots which we created more attractive and help contain, and further we wish to and also to continue to provide logistical support to help contain the outbreak of animal diseases and ensure dogs are registered. Chair, and intensify collection on other levies in the district such as timber levy. We have attached as Appendix 1 in regarding to our responses, Chair. Chair, we move to unspent funds. Chair, management response. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to state that the 1,650,572 was not spent because it was committed towards ongoing activities and salaries. Action taken, Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the funds amounting to 1,006,654 were unspent under the council operations have since been spent on salaries and activities where the funds were committed to. Remedial measures, Chair, Mwandi Town Council will ensure that funds available are spent efficiently towards the budget activities in order to provide the needed services. Chair, we refer you to Appendix 1 regarding that matter. Chair, annual performance of the council.
You can skip this one.
Sure.
We can go to the next query, state it on page 2 and go straight away to your management response on page 7.
Page 7. Chair, most obliged. Thank you so much. Chair, management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to state that the cause of query and action taken are shown in the table below. Chair, under our IDP program, number of plots, Chair, the cause of query, the underperformance on this output was because the council was unable to allocate the plots due to lack of demand for the plots which were budgeted for. Action taken. Offering plots is being done now on first come first serve basis. Further, the council has started opening roads, and as earlier stated, we have engaged Rural Electrification Authority that they may provide electricity in the area to make the plots more attractive. Chair, a number of trees, the cause of query, the query was as a result of not having planted the trees by the time of the audit. However, action taken, Chair, to submit that 100 trees have since been planted in public places. Chair, the query was as a result of the gender policy which had not been approved at the time of the audit. The action taken, Chair, the local government the local gender policy has since been developed. Number of Chair, on number of hand pump toolkit centers. The query was as a result of not establishing the targeted hand pump toolkit centers, as some area pump vendors had relocated and others were inactive. Action taken, Chair, the toolkit centers were established in 2024 during the on-site training of area pump vendors in collaboration with the Access to Health Zambia. Chair, the query was as a result of change in malaria intervention from residue spraying to distribution of insecticide-treated mosquito nets. Action taken, Chair, distribution of mosquito nets was undertaken in collaboration with the Department of Health, and more than 1,000 households were covered. Chair, under commercial ventures, the failure to implement the block making venture and tracking bay, the action taken there, the block making venture has since been implemented, and the tracking bay has been funded to be implemented under the Zambia Devolution Support Program. Remedial measures, Chair, Mwandi Town Council will endeavor to ensure that all target outputs are achieved within the targeted financial. Chair, we refer and we have attached as Appendix 2 our evidence in that regard, and of course also we also refer to addendum in that regard. Chair, we go to query A. Chair, management response.
Kindly state the query.
Chair, the query is under management of revenue and accounted for revenue.
Yes, now you can go to your response.
Thank you, Chair. Management response, Chair. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the cause of queries, Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the unaccounted for revenue was as a result of under collection by the revenue collectors. Action taken. Chair, wish to submit that Mwandi Town Council at this stage wishes to report that the revenue collectors have since been charged on the under collection of cattle levies, meat inspection, fees and transportation permits. Chair, remedial measures. Chair, Mwandi Town Council has engaged the veterinary department on collection of cattle levies, meat inspection fees and transportation permit in order to improve on the collection. We have attached as Appendix 3 for your perusal. Chair, we go to the next query, weakness in management of payroll and staff-related matters, irregular payment of allowances to retirees. Chair, management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation made by the auditor for the irregular payment of retirees on rural hardship, education, and transport allowances amounting to, in amounts totaling 39,116. The payment of these allowances were initially based on the Public Service Management Division Circular Number B9 of 2021, dated 25th August 2021, which provided for payment of all the allowances these retirees were getting at the time of retirement. Action taken, Chair. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that payments of these allowances have been stopped and the affected retirees have been engaged, and the Council will recover from their terminal benefits at the time of being paid off. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will endeavor to ensure all payments are made in accordance with the stipulated guidelines and seek clarity where matters are not certain. We have attached appendix, part of that as appendix 4 for your perusal. Chair, management of local government equalization fund, 20% for capital projects. During the period under, I beg your pardon, Chair, I proceed to management response. Cause of query, Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The funds for the unimplemented projects were reserved to buy furniture and tools for the new civic center in Lutaba. Action taken. Chair, Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that funds for the procurement of furniture are still secured until the new offices are completed. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will endeavor to implement the planned projects on time. Chair, we have attached as appendix 5 regarding the said response. Chair, failure to utilize equipment. Management response. Cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. During the period under review, the block making venture was not operational due to the land dispute for the designated place for the block making venture business in Mwandi. Action taken, Chair. Mwandi Town Council has since secured the land for the block making venture and the equipment to be put to use. Chair, remedial measures. Mwandi Town Council ensure that planned activities are implemented on time. We have attached for perusal appendix 2 for the same. Chair, cross-cutting issues. Audit opinion. Chair, management responses, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The 2022 issued opinion was due to the errors and misstatements in the financial statement, and the 2023 financial statement were unqualified as they were free from errors and misstatements. Chair, action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the 2022 financial statement was restated and submitted to the Office of the Auditor General for the favorable opinion. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that all financial statements are prepared in accordance with the local authorities' accounting policies. Find attached for a perusal, Chair, appendix 6. Budget, funding and expenditure. Management response. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges, Chair, the auditor's observations and wishes to state that the cause of query and action taken for the variance of 1,449,794 and unspent.
We can go to the next query on page 17.
Most obliged, Chair.
Retired accountable interest.
Most obliged.
You have already dealt with this.
Most obliged. Chair, we go to unretired accountable interest. Management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. This was mostly due to unretired transport allowances at the time of audit. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the interest on transport allowances have since been retired. Remedial measure, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that all necessary provisions in the Public Finance Management Act are strictly adhered to. We have attached, Chair, appendix 7 for perusal in that regard. Irregular cash withdrawals. Management response. Mwandi cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. This was mostly due to payments for allowances, as the bank that was used at the time was Investors, which had no online platform or system that allowed internet banking. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council has since moved to Zanaco, which has facilities which allowed the transfer of money from the council account to e-wallet or to a wallet account on their new and upgraded online system. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council ensure that all the necessary provisions in the Public Finance Act are strictly adhered to. As appendix 8, we have attached for your perusal. Unaccounted for fuel. Management response, Chair. Cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The the auditors were not availed with a few requisitions at the time of audit, as the requisitions were misfiled. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the few requisition forms have since been retrieved. Chair, we have exhibited the same under Appendix 9. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that measures are put in place to enhance record keeping in the council. Chair, unaccounted for stores. Chair, management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The auditors were not availed with the store's requisitions at the time of audit, as the requisitions were misfiled. Action taken, Chair. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the store's requisition forms have since been retrieved. Remedial measures, Chair. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that capacity building will continue to enhance record management. Chair, we have attached as Appendix 10 our exhibit and evidence in that regard. Overemployment of staff, management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The overemployment was due to the 5 revenue collectors that were employed by the Local Government Service Commission. Chair, action taken. Mwandi Town Council has since maintained the 5 revenue collectors due to understaffing in the revenue section. Remedial measures. Mwandi Town Council will continue to engage the Local Government Service Commission in an effort to seek that the current establishment of 3 revenue collectors is expanded. Chair, I find we have attached as Appendix 11 in that regard. Chair, failure to fill vacant positions, management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The cause of query was that the council only filled in 61 positions instead of 253 on the establishment. Chair, action taken. Mwandi Town Council is not able to support the wage bill of a full establishment due to limitation of resources. However, recruitment process of key officers commenced, and so far 3 drivers, 1 operator, 8 general workers were employed by the local authority, and the Local Government Commission had since employed 8 key staff. Chair, remedial measures. Mwandi Town Council will continue to recommend strategic vacant positions to the Local Government Service Commission for Division 1, 2, and 3, and the Human Resource Management Committee for the Division 4 to be filled as and when resources allow. Find attached as Appendix 12 in that regard. Employment of temporal workers or casualization. Management response. Chair, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. During the period under review, the council had employed 15 temporal or casual workers. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that 8 general workers or casual workers have been employed now on permanent basis, and the contracts of the other 7 casual workers came to lapse. Or were not renewed but came to lapse. Thank you, Chair. Remedial measures. Mwandi Town Council shall continue to recruit temporal for specific tasks that do not require permanent employment in accordance with the employment code. Find attached as Appendix 12 for your perusal in that regard to our response. Failure to install and maintain street lights. Chair, management response. Cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor as 11 streetlights were not functional at the time of the audit. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council has since replaced the 11 dysfunctional streetlights and installed 9 new solar floodlights. Remedial measures. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that streetlights are maintained timely. We have attached, Chair, Appendix 13 to that effect. Failure to settle statutory and other obligations. Management response. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The failure to settle statutory and other obligations was due to non-remittance of pay-as-you-earn and NAPSA for employees, which was attributed to the low revenue base. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report to this honorable committee that the non-payment was due to liquidity challenges and the liquidation plan has since been developed, Chair. Further, the council has started liquidation of said debt and Zambia Revenue Authority has also been engaged on the payment plan to liquidate the debt and we await their response. Remedial measure, Chair. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the council is embarking on commercial ventures such as block making factory, the construction of a truck-in bay, bar and restaurant that will improve the locally generated revenue. We have attached Appendix 14 in that regard, Chair. Failure to settle staff obligations, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The failure to settle statutory and other obligations was due to non-remittance of terminal benefits, which was attributed to the low revenue base. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the 2 retirees who retired in late 2023 are still maintained on the payroll as a requirement. The council has since put in place a payment plan and a budgetary provision in the 2025 budget to settle the staff. The major measure, Chair, Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the council is embarking on commercial ventures, which we've already mentioned, of block making and construction of a truck-in bay, which will improve our locally generated revenue. We have attached, Chair, as Appendix 15 for your perusal. Misapplication of funds, Chair. Management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The funds were meant to be used under the 20% capital component of the equalization fund, but were used on repair of vehicles. Action taken. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that part of the 20% or the 20% was retained in the main account following the 2024 budget guidelines, which removed the transfer of 20% from the local equalization fund to a capital component account. Further, the council will undertake the construction of an ablution block at Magumwi Abattoir. Remedial measures here. Mwandi Town Council will ensure that funds are used within the budgeted program, intensify revenue collection, and operationalize all the earmarked commercial ventures in order to improve revenue council operations. Chair, we have attached Appendix 16 and also we refer it to the addendum and item 4. Management of Government Equalization Fund. Chair, management of Local Government Equalization Fund. Management response, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The untransferred funds were meant, as earlier stated, to be used under 20% capital component of the equalization fund, but were borrowed and used on council operations and repair of vehicles. The funds back from locally generated revenue based on the payment plan. Chair, remedial measures council used within the budgeted program and intensify on revenue collection and operationalize all the earmarked commercial ventures in order to improve council operations. Chair, we have attached Appendix 16. Failure to transfer funds to capital account, management response and cause of query. As earlier submitted, Chair, the council acknowledged the observation of the auditor and that the untransferred funds were meant to be used under 20% capital component of the equalization fund, but were borrowed and used on council operation repair of vehicles. Chair, action taken. Mwandi Council is committed to pay back the borrowed funds and has made the provision, and the debt liquidation plan has been formulated to offset the said. Chair, remedial measures, the council will ensure that funds are used within the budget program and intensify on revenue collection and operationalize all the earmarked commercial ventures in order to improve council operations. Chair, we have attached Appendix 16, and further to that, we have also referred this committee to addendum. Chair, lack of equipment. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The lack of a rescue ambulance and fire tender was due to unavailability of funds to procure the same chair. Action taken, Mwandi Council wishes to report that the fire tender which was procured and the fire tender and the rescue ambulance has not been procured due to financial incapacity. However, the council has set and procured the water bowser to perform functions of a fire tender as a remedial short-term measure. Chair, remedial measures, Mwandi Town Council will ensure to provide adequate fire services and will endeavor to engage the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development for support towards the acquisition of a fire tender and rescue ambulance. Chair, lack of protective equipment, cause of query. Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditor. The local authority had not provided personal protective equipment for the staff at the time of the audit. Action taken, Chair. Mwandi Town Council wishes to report that the local authority has since been procuring personal protective equipment for the staff that require such attire. Remedial measure, Chair, Mwandi Town Council to ensure that occupational health and safety regulations are always adhered to. We have attached as Appendix 17 for a perusal in that regard. Chair, I beg this honorable committee and state that that is our submission. We are grateful. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. I wish to invite points of clarifications from the honorable members of the committee. Honorable Kamondo.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I take you to page 24.
Page 24.
The query is on page 23, Appendix 28, failure to settle statutory and other obligations. When you look at this, actually, I've gone through their submissions and they've told us actually the reason why they've not been able to pay these statutory and other obligations because of the liquidity challenges that they are facing. However, they've made these strides to make sure that they start paying. And then they're also talking about a liquidation plan that has since been developed. And they are also saying that that is the action taken, that further, the council has started liquidation of the said debt, and the Zambia Revenue Authority has been engaged on the payment plan to liquidate the debt and awaits their response. When I look at, and they've referred us actually to Appendix 14. When you look at, let's go to Appendix 14. I hope, Chair, you are there.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am at 14, 15, 16. I'm there.
Yes. Chair, when you look at this proposed debt liquidation plan for statutory obligations, I was hoping that Mwandi Council was going to demonstrate to your committee the engagements that they had with NAPSA as well as ZRA. And even when you look at this proposed debt liquidation plan, I don't even know when it was generated. And also, because of that, I've been unable actually to ask questions. So the only thing that I'll do for the sake of the House and the listeners out there to follow them, can they demonstrate to this committee that indeed they've engaged the ZRA as well as NAPSA, and then whilst they are saying they are waiting for their feedback, they give us also the engagements that they had in terms of actually documentation. As you are aware, Chair, your committee is based on the evidence and sufficient evidence that is given to them so that we come up with a good report. I thank you.
Thank you so much. CS, you may respond.
Thank you so much, Chair. Chair, we do acknowledge and we are grateful to that submission. Chair, we concede that we did not maybe attach further evidence. We had meetings with NAPSA, and that we are endeavoring to pay off the indebtedness, and that also, Chair, the liquidation plan, we do have the one, we have it. It went through management, and we have the resolution to that effect, and the plan is there, which is also available for verification. Chair, as we had said, I think the major issue is that in 2023, even from our performance, we'll be able to see we had liquidity challenges. I think we had attributed most of them to what transpired as Mwandi is primarily its revenue is on cattle levy. That is my response. However, I would ask my Director of Finance by then to also maybe submit to this committee, Chair, if you do allow. Thank you, Chair.
Director of Finance, additional information?
Thank you very much, Chair. To begin with, we would like to apologize for not attaching the letter where we sent to ZRA requesting for a payment plan. But then it can be given. We have it in soft copy. We can submit it before we leave. Further, Chair, I would like to state that because of non-response to this request that we made, you find that our account keeps accumulating because we want to ask them if we cannot pay the returnable amount. The returnable amount is 56,000 in a month. But when you look at our grant, we're unable to pay the gross amount in its full. So we requested if we could be paying half. And when funds are available, we're able to liquidate, pay up maybe within the month. But we have not yet.
Do you have the soft copy of that letter?
We do.
You have it on your phone?
Yes, we do.
Secretariat, kindly give them your number. They circulate. You put it on our blog so that we are able to see. Yes, Honorable Commander, follow-up.
I don't have a follow-up, because even if I make a follow-up,
I have a follow-up.
Yes. You can.
Let's go to your liquidation plan on Appendix 14. CS, is this document authentic that you are giving your committee, that this is your liquidation plan?
Chair, I want to admit, yes, it is authentic.
What makes this document authentic?
I've taken note, Chair. The attached one was unsigned, and we sincerely apologize to this honorable committee that it was noted that at late hour that the attached one which was put was the one which was unsigned. But however, that plan is there, and it was also reflected in our budget provisions. That document is authentic, Chair.
When are you supposed to start actualizing this plan? When were you supposed to make payments?
Chair, we set a target that this very year we will have to start actualizing it, and what we were just waiting for was the approval of our budget, which was communicated to us from the ministry, and just maybe a week or so ago. Therefore, we will now commence actualizing the same. We are very committed to do that, Chair.
A week ago, and the year we're in the second month. Why didn't you pay for January?
Chair, we were unable to do that before the budget for 2025 is approved, Chair.
You just submitted to this committee that you received your budget approval a week ago. And I'm asking you, why haven't you paid for January?
Chair, I want to submit that the payment for January, usually we couple it with our local government equalization fund. Therefore, for January, we usually pay it maybe first week of February or so. That's when we're supposed to pay. But as I had stated, Chair, that the approval was just recently received. Therefore, the payment...
Where is the letter of approval for your budget?
Chair.
The CS, let him delegate you.
Yes,
to
please,
answer.
Chair. Thank you so much. I seek your guidance that my chief accountant may proceed to respond to that query.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chair. The approval for the budget, I think we have it in soft copy. You can circulate it.
Circulate. This is a committee of evidence, CS. We don't tell stories here. You attach evidence, and the honorable members have to go through the evidence. And then we see that the local authority is committed in responding to the Auditor General's query. We don't respond to the Auditor General's query verbally. If it was so, we would have called you and would have had a phone conversation on phone. But we would like to see commitment from your council.
We admit, and we will definitely, we have the soft copy. We'll avail it, Chair.
Honorable Kamondo.
Chair, as that which we have discussed and which we have tabled is not enough, Mwandi now has continued in the same manner as you have seen and as you have demonstrated to them. Maybe for the sake of actually going through the document and the query. In the manner they have been doing things, I think it's not good for this committee. Can I take you to page 25?
Page 25.
Appendix 30. And this one is on the misapplication of funds.
Yes.
When you look at the evidence that they have tendered before your committee, I take you to Appendix 16. The same manner, this document and the payment plan is just like the one which you have just been discussing. It has not been signed. And there then, I want to ask maybe questions.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Imagining that indeed they are very serious, then how much so far has been paid by against the borrowed funds? How much have you paid? You have indicated that you intend to pay monthly 28,000 something. So I wanted to find out, when did you make this decision to start paying back? And then the other thing is, why would you have to wait for the auditors to query, to force you to start paying back, even when you knew that you were supposed to have been paying back?
Yes.
Chair, thank you so much. Maybe I'll firstly speak to the same. I think for going forward, wherever we attached it, we have apologized. That is the same document, yes, and it was attached on maybe on 2 or so as appendix. Therefore, I think we gave an explanation to that effect. However, going forward, we may refer the committee to our addendum, where we have further explained on this matter. So please, Chair, maybe we can refer to our addendum.
On page what? On the addendum?
On item 4. Item 4 of the addendum, Chair. Which is also provided as Appendix 4, but it's reading item 4 of the addendum.
Secretary, item 4 everything. Two pages after. Okay, yes.
So, Chair, we acknowledge that we could have paid, the council would have paid in 2024. However, Chair, as I had earlier alluded to, the council faced liquidity problems in 2024 from the factors which we had mentioned. However, we commenced saving and reserving the same, so that we are able to do good towards that. Therefore, we have attached what we have, part of what we have saved, though the entire amount we have saved for now, it's about 130 out of what we have attached. Because we were unable to say this is the amount, because now we cannot be able to separate it from the other
Where is
funds.
that evidence that you are speaking to on the savings?
So in the addendum, Chair, we go to the last page of the addendum, Chair.
The last page of the addendum. Yes, what are you saying about the last page?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, what we are saying is that from 2024, sometime 2024, we've been reserving a portion of our locally generated funds, so that we are able to offset this money which was said to be accounted for.
20% equalization fund is supposed to be, upon receipt, it's supposed to be moved into the capital account. Instead of you telling the committee that you were saving, the thing you were supposed to do is pay back the money from the operational account into the capital account. Was this done?
Chair, I'll ask my Director of Finance maybe to explain the technical aspect
Yes,
to
if
that.
you did that, that's the evidence we want to see. Show us the transfer of this money that was misapplied, to say we have since paid back 100,000 into the capital account. Here is the bank statement. Yes, Director of Finance.
Thank you very much, Chair. You realize that during the period under review, there was a change in policy, government policy. There was the local government equalization fund was then channeled solely for recurrent expenditure. And at that time, we
are the ones who changed the law here. You will not educate us. And when we change the law, it doesn't affect the past. You are supposed to, even 2025 here, you are supposed to pay back that money into the capital account, implement those programs that you were supposed to implement. Okay? Can you answer to the query? You are telling the committee that you made savings of 100,000. Did you transfer this 100,000 back to the capital account? That is the question. Yes, Director of Finance.
Chair, we did not.
Yeah, so yes.
Thank you, Chair. I stand to concede that we could have been we could have misguided ourselves.
What programs were affected by this money that you borrowed to pay yourselves salaries?
Yes.
What programs were affected? What were you supposed to implement under the capital component?
Thank you, Chair. One of them was the construction of an ablution block at our abattoir.
One of them. What about the others? What are the others that were not done?
Ask my Director of Finance if I seek you to add on that list.
Director of Finance?
Oh, no, so the Director of Engineering, sorry.
Director of Engineering.
Okay, thank you, Chair. I think the major one was a project which we intended to do in Lutava, which was electrification of the same Lutava area where the civic center and other offices are. But I think what was budgeted for that was 250,000. Then after the quotation was, so we got the quotation from ZESCO, it was way over the budget. So I think due to that, we could not implement that project. So those are the funds now, which most of them.
What was quoted by ZESCO?
The quotation from ZESCO was about 760 something, and what was budgeted for was 250,000.
And what you borrowed was 300.
What was borrowed was, I think from what was borrowed, we have the balance brought forward from 2022. So there were those projects which were implemented under 2023. You find that most of them, they were slightly, or what was spent was slightly over the budget. So there was that deviation from the 250, which was about 70 something from those budgeted, because what was implemented was not exactly as what was budgeted. For example, there was a project for...
Do you have a list of the projects that were supposed to have been implemented using
Yes, the list is
these
there.
funds? Could you give us the list?
I think I can circulate it just now.
Please circulate. Honorable Kamondo, your question? And Honorable Dr. Manza.
Dr. Manza,
Maybe you can close this.
I'll close it in my closing remarks. We can go to other questions.
My question actually, the other intervention is unaccounted for fuel on page 18.
Page 18?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when you read, you go through the course of query. It says, Mwandi Town Council acknowledges the observation of the auditors, and this one was not availed to because of the fuel requisition forms at the time of audit. And now, these requisition forms have been brought forward. My first question is, how many days were the auditors in Mwandi? Maybe if you can answer that question, then I can proceed.
Yes, you may respond. How many days?
Thank you, Chair. I think about 6 or so days.
So, through the Chair, in the 6 days, almost a week, that the auditors were in Mwandi, you failed to trace these forms. Is that correct?
Chair, that is correct. That is correct.
How many days did it take you to find the same forms later?
Yes, yes. The other microphone should be switched off. Yes, yes.
Honorable Chair, I may not be in a position to maybe off-cuff to be able to give the actual days as the Honorable Member has requested. However, I'd say that it's over a period of time, Master. In our part of that, in our audit section, I think we only have one auditor. I think, but we did look for them, and we had to use other officers from the other departments to help out.
I don't wish to go further, but I want also to demonstrate to the council that this committee is fed up. If you are not able to avail very important documents to the auditors, I think that behavior it is uncalled for. And you only avail to them when you hear that now you have been queried and you are appearing before this committee. Then that's when you bring in. Then do you expect this committee also to believe that what you have tendered before this committee today is true and nothing else but the truth?
Yes, yes.
Chair, we concede and we sincerely want to render an apology on behalf of the council regarding that. It could have been an oversight or laxity in our staff. However, the documents that we have tendered here, actually they are authentic, and during that period actually they were even signed by my predecessor. So I think the ones which we have tendered here, Chair, but we do sincerely apologize that we did not tender the said during that time. Thank you, Chair.
It is your submission that your documents are authentic.
They are very authentic, Chair. I submit.
And let's go to Appendix 9. Let's look at the fuel requisition dated 03/05/2023. At what point does the internal auditor sign this fuel requisition? CS, at what point does the internal auditor sign the fuel requisition?
Chair, if I may refer the said to the internal auditor, or I can still proceed.
I'm asking you.
Chair, thank you so much.
Yeah, the controlling officer.
Thank you so much. Well guided. The internal auditor, the procedures that the user department request for the said fuel, and they will attach what they'll explain as the activities. Therefore, then the head of department for the same user department, they will be able to also confirm that they require that. Then it goes to the internal auditor. Then that's where it goes to the internal auditor. Chair.
Okay, so I'm looking at fuel requisition 03/05/2023, and there are many others which are not signed or authorized by the transport officer or signed by the internal auditor. But let's look at this one first.
Sorry, Chair, I'm trying to.
No, take your time.
I'm trying to get to that.
Take your time. Another one which is next is 18/04/2023. And the next one also 14/04/2023. 04/05/2023. They are all not signed by the internal audit. I think they are on the middle of the document. Director of Finance, you haven't found.
You could go to page, starting from page.
Page 4, their page
46,
number, 46. Yes. Go to page 46. CS page 46, please go to page 46. Internal audit. Are you there? Yes, sir. Yes, what is your comment on page 46?
I'm just trying to look for the same requisition.
I've asked, are you there on page 46?
Yes, I'm seeing a number of page 46 in my own.
Is it checked by the internal auditor, by yourself, this requisition? You don't have 46.
There's an error, Chair. At 46.
Oh, there's 46, 46. Okay, okay. Yeah, but if... Okay. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vouchers in a sequence. They are following each other. All of them. Transport officer, no signature. Internal auditor, no signature. But they have different dates. You're not there.
Chair, I seek your indulgence once more. It could have been maybe an issue of when binding the documents. I'm trying to look at my document, Chair. I'm unable to.
You haven't seen them? Huh?
Oh, there are some that are not signed. The chair is right.
I have 4. They are following each other here, and we'll give them time to find. Because he's saying that he has authentic documentation, and these were not presented to the auditors, but they are now being manufactured. Yes. Okay, so what we do, let's count. We are going to number this document. Can we start together? CS, this number, the first one, number 1, number 2. Let's be moving together. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, 12. Yeah, we'll start from 12. 12, 11, 13, 14. Are you there? From 12. The one dated 03/05/2023. CS, are we having the same document?
Chair, I just seek a moment so that I'm able to verify. Maybe, Chair, if it sits well with you and the committee, could I maybe able to yes, because my document don't seem to have that, Chair.
I can share with you. Sorry, Chair, with your indulgence, Chair.
Please. I have unsigned ones, and therefore internal auditor on 12, yours is fully signed?
All my copies are signed here.
Yes.
Chair, I'm still trying to compare because so far I've not found any unsigned document in my
You've
document.
been given the report by the Auditor General, and these reports were produced by yourself. He didn't show you where we have this voucher.
We may need to refer to the schedule, which we
I'll
are.
give you mine.
I don't have
Give
right
him,
now.
give him mine. Get mine, yes? CS, can you look at my document?
Yes, please, Chair.
Have you seen where I indicated page 12?
Yes, please, Chair.
Go to the next document. Slowly. Go to the next document. My list is, and that of the committee is where the part for the internal auditor, and go to the Are those requisitions fully authorized?
Chair, from the ones which are appearing in your booklet, I want to admit these are not fully authorized.
What could have been the reason?
Off-cuff, Chair, I may not be able to give, but however, such matters may require that we take stock of the same and be able to follow it up. But maybe sometimes this could have happened where maybe the internal auditor, because it's alone in the office, it manages the office alone. So you find that maybe the internal auditor has traveled So we found that I'm just also trying to maybe it could be a reason where now officers are in need, maybe it's for travel or for garbage collection, then they go to the head of department at that moment, and I mean to the council secretary to approve. But on record, Chair, I want to admit,
Are those
they are
documents
not.
approved by the council secretary?
No, Chair, these documents were only approved
So
by the head of
why are you
department.
telling us a story which does not speak to those documents?
Chair has rightly put it, these requisitions were not fully authorized, and I admit they were not.
You should recover the money from the officers that got those fuels that are not acquitted. Those are public finances. And you as town clerk should never be in the forefront to defend wrong things. Honorable Dr. Mwanza, you had a question?
Yes, it's just a clarification on page 12.
Page 12?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, council procured the genset, concrete mixer, and a block making machine as a business venture to be situated in Luava, Lower Lutava. Then 18 months down the line, this equipment was not utilized. And the query is that because of lack of land, and council has since then engaged the Kuta who have given them land. My point of clarification is you have explained that the the block making machine will be operational, but what about the concrete mixer? Will the concrete mixer be operational at the same time at the same site? So you'll be producing concrete and as well as concrete blocks, two business ventures. And I've seen the engagement with the traditional leadership, asking council to do the survey and also beacon, and also to come up with a land tenure agreement. How far have you gone that arrangement? Because that was the
Yes.
So much, and honorable member for.
Maybe before you come in,
Yes, please.
let me recognize the honorable member for Kalulushi. Honorable, you are welcome. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mwandi. You are welcome. My name is Honorable Mlenga Kampamba, a Member of Parliament for the good people of Kalulushi. You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, honorable. We've made strides, Chair. I want to submit to this committee that we've made strides, and that area, it has been beaconed. And what we are doing now is just to clear it a bit, because after some time, because it wasn't used, but we have concluded and we have beaconed the area. So the equipment which was not in use will be in use. I want to assure this honorable committee.
Honorable Dr. Mwanza, follow up.
To be these are just bullet questions. Next one is on page 15.
Page 15.
Yes. On page 15, you just before we started our deliberations, you came up with an addendum or a correction to say the unspent funds should read 1 think 1006654. That was the correction that you. So, are we saying on page 15 we should amend to that 105 or 1006654 on page 15?
Can I proceed, Chair?
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Chair, with your guidance, I'll ask my Director of Finance to provide the response to that effect. Thank
Director
you,
of Finance.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would like to confirm that yes, you can amend the amount to 1 million.
Yes. Now, this amendment that you brought, it should answer to the query of, at the period under review in 2023, what was the unspent funds which auditors discovered through your accounting system. So if we refer to page 4, that was even one of the pages that you led us to amend the figure to 1,006,654. So on page 4, you find that under entitled unspent funds, there's some background stories to say, in addition, funds amounting to 1,620,484 were brought forward from the previous year, bringing the total amount to 13 million. This was like the working capital. And as at 31st December 2023, amounts totaling 12,222,892 had been spent, leaving a balance of 1,650,572. The mathematics is very clear here. Then, so this was a query, that this is the unspent funds. Your response, management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wishes to state that the 1,650,572 was not spent because it was committed towards ongoing activities and salaries. Then your action taken, instead of acting on the 1,650,572, your action, which you even amended here, you are acting on 1,006,654. You are, which amount is unspent funds under query? Is it the one which is above, which is on the management response here, which is 1,650,572, or what we take what you amended this morning?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you, Honourable Member. I seek your guidance and your authority that the Director of Finance can explain that aspect.
Director of Finance.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just to begin explaining, the unspent funds of 1.6 million 50,000 was a combination of unspent funds from the Local Government Equalization Fund and part of other receipts from CDF. We clarified it this morning with the auditor and we explained. When we did the addendum, Chair, I'll refer you to Appendix 1, which states we've gotten an extract of the financial statements audited with an unqualified opinion, stating and showing how much they brought forward the unspent funds were. So on the first page of Appendix 1, we have a breakdown of Note 22. note 22 on the financial statements, which cites the unspent funds under the local government equalization fund. When you see 2023, the first one is capital fund, the second one is the salaries account. The addition of the two bring us to 1,006,654. We also got the extract, Chair, of the financial statements. The extract specifically on local government equalization fund. It will show that cash at the end of the year was 1,006,654. So there was just an error which we conferred with the auditor and we were in agreement. I submit, Chair.
Well, is it by coincidence that this 1,006,654 is, I mean, if we go to Appendix 2, you have given a breakdown on how the 1,654,000. Not sorry, on page 15.
Page 1?
No, page 15. So, Chair, you find that on page 15, this is the origin of, I mean, this was the first question which I asked for verification.
Perhaps we get clarification from the Auditor General, because we will not...
Yes, so the question I'm asking is...
No, I want us to get clarification first on the figure.
Yeah.
From the
Okay.
Auditor General.
Thank you, Chair. I will ask my colleague, Mr. Kacheche, to shed light.
Yes, Mr. Kacheche.
Thank you, Chair. The unspent fund, indeed, the amended amount is the correct amount, because what happened was the extra 650 was the interest that was generated in the revolving account. So that was also part of this amount. So it's coming from the revolving amount. Now, when we remove the revolving amount, which is the CDF component, which is reported separately. So at the time of writing this report, there was a combination of bringing money from CDF into this one. So this one is under revolving account. That's why we have removed. So the amended amount is the corrected amount.
Thank you so much. Honorable members who ask questions on the amended amount. Yeah.
So, Chair, when you go to page 15,
yes,
there is a table. This table is explaining the origin or the source of the unspent funds. And first of all, like local taxes, there's a variance of 7,808. This variance is uncollected money under local taxes, which you add all these uncollected monies from this table 15, I mean the table on page 15, the uncollected funds is coming to 1,006,654. So is it coincidence? Is it by coincidence that the uncollected funds in all these business ventures, fees and charges, licenses, local taxes and the permits, would lead to the total amount of 1,654,000? Because I got the explanation from the auditors that they mixed the accounts, CDF revolving accounts, so they moved that. That is how the unspent funds were found to be 1,006,654. But what is the essence of providing this table, page 15? On page 15, explaining how to come to 1,006,654, and they are accounting for unspent, uncollected amounts under local taxes, local fees and charges, licenses, permits, levies, and so on. Commercial ventures also, you know, when you sum up all this, it is coming to the same amount of unspent funds. Is it by coincidence? Which explanation do we take?
Yes. Is it by coincidence that you underperformed by 1,650,000 and you didn't spend 1,564,000 kwacha?
Chair, thank you so much. Once again, I'll ask Director of Finance if your guidance.
Director of Finance.
Chair, the table on page number 15, when you look at the sum of uncollected funds, it is resulting into a variance, which is on page 17, a variance of 49,794. That is the variance. That is the uncollected amount. When we put unspent funds, we were speaking to what was queried on the table. Otherwise, the uncollected funds is not the same as the variance, or unspent funds, sorry. There's a difference. I submit, Chair.
Well, when you look at your page 15 and then through to page 16, right? The uncollected funds under local generated resources, which are supposed to be local taxes, fees and charges, licenses, levies, permits, commercial venture, and other receipts. These are the source of finances that the council is sure of, because you are the ones who follow to collect these monies. You find that the subtotal amount is 1 million, almost close to the unspent funds, and the local government equalization, other grants. If you add them together, that is how you arrive at 1,449,000. But if you remove the positive variance, because these are the negative variances, if you remove the positive variance, you're coming to 1,600,000. So very close to. Anyway, because we wanted to see how you take account of the monies that were unspent, but since you, I am still not convinced that you are taking the uncollected money as the unspent funds. So, okay, we go to page 2.
Yes, Doc.
I'm interested on the fees and charges under item number 2, serial number 2, fees and charges. Council performed poorly. They could not collect 1,153,945. The reason is due to abattoir meat inspection fees, due to the suspension of movement and slaughter of livestock due to the outbreak of anthrax. And the furthermore under collection, this budget was because the council was unable to allocate plots which were budgeted for due to lack of demand for the plots. And the action taken is that further the council has started opening roads and engaged RIA to provide electricity in the area to make the plots more attractive. how far, what is the progress of RIA to provide power to that area? And where is the evidence of engaging RIA to provide the electricity services to those areas?
Chair, thank you so much. I think the said area, it's one of the areas which I think we did submit to RIA, and we have engaged them. There's an MOU which we have placed as appendix under appendix 1.
Appendix 1.
Yes, they are still doing their in-house preparations, because they've got a number of districts and areas in the country where they are doing this kind of work. So basically, that is where we are. Thank you so much, Chair.
Where is the MOU? Can you see it? Is it the same MOU that all district councils signed with RIA, with a commitment of 1 million contribution from the CDF?
Yes, please, Chair. That is the same. So among the areas, we had to also include that area, which shall be covered. Thank you so much.
Has RIA provided you with the feasibility study, and is the project viable? Is the council waiting for procurement to procure contractors for? Because what we understand is that RIA is just providing technical support.
Chair, they have not provided the feasibility studies, and I think that is the position, Chair. Thank you so much.
Okay, we go to page 9.
Before we go to page 9, apart from that question on page 9, do we have any other questions for this witness?
This is actually a simple one.
Do you have any other questions apart
no.
from page 9?
No.
That's the last one. Okay, go ahead.
Page 9, tax collectors, revenue collectors could not collect 307,520 at abattoir, just because, of course, the council found out through collaborative information from veterinary officers. The council charges about 80 kwacha per cow that is being slaughtered and then inspected and transported. And then these 5 officers, the revenue collectors, have received the charge sheets. The charge sheets as in Appendix 3. Charge sheets as in Appendix 3 for non-collection of revenue. And the charge sheets were sent to these council revenue collectors on 11th February 2025. And they were given an ultimatum to exculpate themselves as to why council should not go ahead. And the deadline was 19 February 2025. For point of clarification that I want to seek, these officers failed to collect revenue in 2023. And now that you knew you were coming to appear before this committee, you issued charge sheets in February 2025. Why the delay in issuing charge sheets to these revenue collectors? One, these revenue collectors have not even provided a response. According to the deadline that is used, I can read one of the letters, which is you are expected to submit a written consent to the Human Resource Secretariat by 19th February 2025. There's no response from these revenue collectors. So we want to seek clarification as to whether, why you had to act now when they did not collect revenue in 2023, and also why haven't they responded, and what further action have you taken?
Yes, you may respond.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. We do appreciate the submission by Honorable Member, and we take cognizance of the same. This matter was highlighted. Yes, it's a 2023 matter. However, it was highlighted in 2024, maybe August, somewhere there, after the audit was conducted, which is last year. And when it came to light, I think, and the procedure, as the procedure demands as well, the heads of departments who are in charge of that, they had to look at the same and start verifications and investigations. So I think that took a bit of time, especially that our reconciliations had to do with two institutions which are not part of us per se. Like, we also had to engage our colleagues from the police, because they also the procedures that first they also have records regarding these cattle transactions. So we had to still go there and look at their records, that we start reconciling and looking what really the matter was. So I think that partly also was the matter. That's why it took a bit of time. And of course also veterinary department, they also had their own records. That's why even the auditors got that information. We also had to re-engage them and look at the matter. So yes, then on the other issue in terms of response, this potentially, and at this stage, it's a disciplinary matter, and I want to submit to this committee that they have tendered their responses. But I think we are unable to maybe attach them, because we are still going to, they have to look at them and be able to study the matter for disciplinary action. So, but they have responded.
Order. I suspend business for a lunch break. You continue.
Thank you so much.
15:30.
Lovely afternoon to everyone tuned in to Parliament TV this lovely afternoon, 27th of February 2025, and we have just seen and heard part of that deliberation, and that was a submission from Mwandi Town Council, and business right now has been suspended, and business is expected to continue later on in the afternoon. Earlier on in the Committee on Local Government Accounts, there was a submission from Lukulu Town Council. So thank you very much to everyone who's taken time to watch Parliament TV today. Just remember that indeed the committee was considering the report of the Auditor General on the audit of the accounts of local authorities for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. So for more deliberations in the Committee of Local Government Accounts, they'll be taking place in the afternoon, and we hope that you enjoyed listening into the deliberations as we showed them to you live on TV. So from me, Mtali Feliles Mate, and the sign language interpreters Chola Kauma and Jason Amanda, we wish you all a lovely lunch break. Be with us in the afternoon, and my colleagues will be with you just to give you business that will take place on the floor of the House this afternoon, beginning at 14:30, and what took place yesterday. Have a lovely lunch break and enjoy the rest of the day.
The Republican President, Ms. Hakainde Hichilema, who on Friday, 28 February 2025, addressed the nation on Parliament Radio and Television on the progress made in the application of national values and principles. You can also watch the address on the National Assembly of Zambia Facebook and YouTube pages, or on DSTV channel 272, GoTV channel 28, and TopStar channel 5. Make a date this Friday at 10 hours.
Thank you very much. My full name is Nkulukusa Mwabashike, Member of Parliament for Katuba constituency. I was born in 1976 in Chieftainess Mungule, in a village today called Kaseba. During our time it used to be called Mushiko. I went to primary school at Muchenje Primary School in Katuba constituency and proceeded to St. Paul's Secondary School, where I did my secondary education. And after finishing my secondary education, I decided to pursue marketing. And so I pursued marketing with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. I'm a chartered marketer by profession, and decided also to do my master's in business administration, but mainly majored in international business strategy. Coming to my working careers, National Assembly is the 8th company I'm working for, if you like, if it's a company or it's a state organ. I have worked for a number of organizations, mainly in the private sector. The most recent ones being the Zambia Center for Accountant Studies, where I was head of business development, before moving to Zambia Tourism Board, where I was director marketing for about almost 10 years there. Those are the recent two. Of course, I worked for World Vision, I worked for Bookworld, I worked for Pamozi Hotel. As I have said, this is my 8th organization to work for. And in November 2020, I left Zambia Tourism Board in pursuit to become Member of Parliament for Katuba constituency. And in 2021, on 21st of August, I was elected as Member of Parliament for Katuba constituency. Yes, I am married to a very beautiful wife, Ethel Mukonde Nkulukusa. She has given me 4 beautiful children, 2 girls and 2 boys.